Hypersensitivity to perceived mistreatment. Narcissists have rigidly scripted ways of evaluating and responding to the world. The main objective is to embrace perceptions that are positive for oneself while projecting or denying any that are negative for oneself. As a result, identifying what is wrong or unfair, and who or what is to blame, become major themes in the narcissistic mind. Realities that don't help you boost your ego must be false by definition. The narcissist may become enraged at the slightest hint of perceived criticism and lash out in a paranoid manner at tormentors, who withhold necessary affirmation. The narcissist spends a lot of time dwelling on incidents of alleged mistreatment when they are not under direct social scrutiny. Narcissists I encounter in therapy struggle with hidden feelings of emptiness and despair because they are burdened with irrational, and inevitably dashed, expectations of admiration and approval. Projection of blame. The need to evaluate and manage the source of the wrongness that narcissists perceive everywhere they look is reflected in compulsive blaming. Externalizing blame relieves oneself of guilt-inducing accountability for some undesirable outcome. Conflict is inevitable if you interact with narcissists frequently. You will probably receive irrational blame for a number of actions or omissions, including those that the narcissist actually carried out. When something goes wrong, it must be someone else's fault in the narcissistic mind. The degree of embellishment in the narcissist's explanations of what transpired and why will astound you. With a narcissist, you can only be wrong about yourself, so arguments rarely end well. Preoccupation with envy. Envy takes on a special, obsessive role for those who live in an idealized world of admiration and elevated status. One of the characteristics of narcissistic personality disorder is an obsession with envy. The object of envy is elevated by the social script of envy as having qualities desired by or lacking in the envier. Maybe the one who is envied has the riches, power, or recognition that the narcissist so desperately wants. Envy, which tempers this admiration, comes with bitter resentment and devaluation. The difference between the envier and the envied, in the narcissist's mind, is fundamentally unfair. Yet another instance of someone else receiving the praise, recognition, or good fortune that is rightfully theirs. It is safe to assume that you are the target of envy if you have a narcissistic friend. Be on the lookout for the narcissist's attempts to distract people from your successes or even to undermine or sabotage your success. Inflationary pressures. First impressions can be deceptive. The narcissist's typically grandiose mental states are just one part of a complicated, unstable level of personality organization. Such a psyche is prone to burst when it comes into contact with the harsh edges of daily life, like an inflated balloon. Although it frequently occurs out of our sight. The crucible that produces narcissistic personalities generally includes one rejecting, critical, or abusive parent along with an overindulgent parent who compensates by treating the child as if he or she can do no wrong. Focusing on this developmental environment, in which the narcissist learned that contact with the shame emotion was psychologically dangerous, offers avenues for treatment. Some narcissists can benefit from tactful, carefully paced exposure to those deflating aspects of reality generally avoided in grandiose states.